Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we're coming up to the first boss, Wyvern. It looks like he gave me kind of a crap pattern. Got 2 whips in there and the damage boost. And you can throw these axes super fast, so that's why I like when he goes over to the corner. So, let's chuck out all these axes, zero everything out. And now, we just grab the orb, go on to stage 2. Easy peasy. Only real strat on that stage is damage boosting through those golems. You can take a forward boost, but it's kind of specific. You really want to take a backwards boost. Alright, stage 2. Very, very random. Like, really random. Starting from the axe armor that's coming up here. And when I'm walking along the stage, I want to grab 15 hearts, at least. That way I have enough for a item crush when I get to the boss. Alright. Axeman's kind of a jerk. He threw too high. Yeah, Richter's walk animation is a little bit different in this one. He walks more like a human. The second element of RNG is just gonna be these zombies. Looks like I got a decent pattern. As long as, yeah. There we go. Spoke too soon. Sometimes that zombie just sneaks out right there when you get to the chandelier. So I can't take a damage boost here. Unfortunately. I'm gonna go a little slow. And I want to grab this key too. Because if not, have to restart the stage. Have to restart the stage if I fall in any of those holes as well. Alright, so Behemoth is gonna die here. And I'm just gonna grab this wall meat for safety, because the boss can be super random, and so can these mermen. Who decided to give me a bad pattern as well. So they can pop right up in the air. They can slide on the ground. Either way, if they make contact with you, they knock you back. And then it's a pit, so it just kills you. And now one of the most random bosses in the game. Wolfman, he kind of targets you on the ceiling. And I like staying near the corner, because you can usually get more hits in on him. You can knock him back, and then a couple as he's climbing. And he's extraordinarily well behaved right now. So yeah, when he gets low on life, he can start bouncing around like a big pinball, but you can knock him out of it. Yeah, it's a little bit stiff to control, but it's not too bad. Alright, so now I'm going to be doing my first save and quit. Do a couple of these throughout the run. This first one is just a switch to Maria. And then we're going to be going back to stage 1. So now we're going to be taking the alternate path. So this looks familiar, right? So, pretty much the same thing here with Maria. Except now we move quite a bit faster because she can roll, she can double jump, just like this. And she also has Guardian Knuckle, which is ridiculous. Alright. So hopefully I get the ledge clip here. Alright. Saves about a second if you make it over there before that ledge gets to the edge. And another thing about this game, they kind of looked at what people were exploiting in the original Rondo of Blood, and they more or less patched it out of the game. Alright, let's see about this guy. Alright, that's good. That's good. That was a good fight. That was a perfect fight, actually. Good stage, good fight. So Serpent, you gotta time it so you hit him with the dragon as his head is like at the peak of that arc he's at. Alright, good old stage 2. You just kind of roll along and hope those guys don't jump. So those guys can either go forward and slash just like that, or they can jump in the air and cause you problems. And I was not expecting to hit that bird. Alright. That's good. Don't want to swing too much here, because those guys react to it, and they will move backwards and just continuously get in your way. So pretty much the rest of this screen, just roll in. And then we go right under this bridge, which only Maria can fit under there. There's not too much going on this stage, so I guess I'll talk about the boss. So the next boss coming up is the Skull Golem. He has 3 phases. The 3rd phase is definitely the worst. Or the 2nd, rather. The flying phase. We'll just call it that. So I want to collect some dragons in case I miss. So, first phase, oh, got some good RNG. There's not too much to damage boost on, so I love it when he does that flame attack. So we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of him. No, this isn't an ISO. Oh boy. Okay, so he decided to go right instead of left. So we're gonna be fighting him again. Yeah, I play this on a Vita. So there's that other attack. We can take a damage boost on that. Okay, and now. There we go. Yeah, the direction he moves is like RNG, so I was hoping to actually hit him to kind of stun him. Alright, so we have this mini boss, shows up, and he's gone. So here we actually are going to save the second person in the run. So we're going to go under on these stairs and save Terra. And Terra gives us the ability to destroy those red skeleton pillars. This guy, man. That guy likes to give me trouble sometimes. We're gonna see Todd Rogers in a minute. He's right there. Call that guy Todd because he always gets down there before you. And Dogaither can be a little bit of a jerk. So, we're just gonna grab that. So, this boss is actually worse to fight on this game than he is in the original. Because this boss room, as with a lot of the boss rooms in this game, are a little bit more elongated, so there's more places he can spawn, and he's pretty random with his spawn. Okay, stage 4. I really love this song. Stage 4, the beginning's kind of dangerous. I don't like to roll too much here, just because it can possibly roll off into one of the many, many pits on this screen. All the while you have these frogs and birds coming at you. But what's important is the second screen. So, they place enemies pretty regularly throughout here. Pretty trolly enemies, like these frogs and these skeletons that can come down whenever they decide to. And it's all to kind of bait you into hitting this blue frog, which you're not supposed to hit. If you do hit him, you kill him, and then you have to restart the screen. And the only way you can restart the screen is by dying. So, that wasn't in the original. You have to lure that frog all the way back, and you can't be too far away from him. Alright. So we go underground, and now we're going to be rescuing Iris. Iris gives us the ability to destroy those crystal pillars. And we just take a quick death warp. So it's actually a little bit quicker to die and respawn right at the beginning of this screen than it is to traverse the cave again. So it saves a little bit of time. And the screen's pretty plain, so I guess I'll talk about the boss. Dullahan, he's a pain in this game. He's also a pain in the original. I'd say he's a little bit less of a pain with Maria in this game. But you kind of have to read his attacks. He has a couple main attacks that he does. And if he rears up and kind of stabs the ground, Maria can actually slide right between his legs. Just like that. And it's better to just pepper him with regular attacks than it is to hit him with a Guardian Knuckle. And that was a perfect fight, man. It kind of sucks because the the countdown for the life is going to be so great. But that was perfect RNG. Everything about that fight just went so well. Dracula X Chronicles. Yeah, only Maria and Richter are playable in this game. Okay, so along the way here, I'm going to be picking up a lot of hearts. We're going to need to carry over some hearts from this stage into the next. Don't shoot me. Okay. So you can actually take out this sword just with a regular attack for Maria, but I like some insurance. So I hit it with that one. Clear that out. Alright, and I'm gonna stand over here because I don't feel like being eaten by a portrait right now. Guardian Knuckle missed. Thanks for shooting me in the face, guy. Alright. So, rolling along here, we're just gonna take out all these Guardians. All these big armors with the Guardian Fist. Many hearts. Many hearts. Because we're going to use a few on Death, who is the next boss. Ah. Okay. Depending on where you start that, you can actually nail him with a Guardian Fist right off. So take an intentional hit there. Lower my life. And this is his transition from phase 1 to phase 2. Now I'm going to get ready and hopefully get a double attack here. So, there we go. And one more, and he's gone. So, I want to carry at least this many hearts to the next stage. Because I did tell you that the screen is a little bit more elongated, right, for the boss fights, so that changes some of the strats from the original. And one of the ways that changes is for Shaft. He goes a little bit further. You can't just turn around and hit him. So that being said, we're gonna nullify that. Not try. We're actually gonna nullify that. But first we have a mini boss rush. So that was kind of a bad. This is actually really bad. And you actually have to get like all these hearts and everything to initiate the next fight. Yikes. She was out to get me. Alright, so it's just the original Castlevania monsters here. Get a nice yummy parfait. Alright. Narrowly avoided a disaster there. So the seal breaks, Shaft comes out, and then we press triangle because we have 50 hearts. Just immediately disposes of them. So something a little bit new. Yeah, they remastered the soundtrack in this one. Some of the songs sound a little bit better, in my opinion. But I'm still pretty partial to the original. Okay, so you can get some pretty bad RNG on this bridge. Sometimes giant bats don't spawn. Sometimes you get one like that. And sometimes you get sword bat. And sometimes sword bat likes to spawn right there near the drawbridge. And if he does that, you're pretty much dead. other than that, pretty pretty standard annoying clock tower. You want to jump over those harpy swords and attack them when they do that, because if you don't, then they become a problem. Alright, time for some damage boost strats. Boost on this guy. And again. You gotta be careful on this next one. This next screen here. Delay your double jump just enough to catch that pendulum. Because if you take the damage boost strat, if you bump into that guy down there, then you're dead. So we're actually gonna require birds for this fight. A few more. There we go. And this is another boss that's exclusive to this version. So if you don't save Annette, then she turns into a succubus in this version. And we're gonna 2-cycle her. Kind of. Okay. That sucks. I may die here. Man. So yeah, that's a thing that can happen. So when she does that bat spiral, you gotta go out and estimate your position. It's somewhere approximately near the middle of the room. So this is usually how I fight her. Eh. Still fine. Yeah, so if you bring her life any lower than about half or so, she starts doing different stuff. If you bring it down to about a quarter, which I didn't realize I did there, she does that attack where she stays over on that side. And it's actually a little bit faster. But you have to be expecting it. So, second save and quit here. This time, we're going to go right back to stage 3. And we're going to take the top path. I really like the version of Bloody Tears in this game. So we're gonna do a little skip right up there. Stair boss. There we go. No skeletons up there look kind of scary, but they don't have a hitbox until they like completely detach from the ceiling. What's really scary, though, is this next section. So you have these fleamen bouncing all over everywhere. And I just like to kind of walk up this section and roll whenever they do a high jump, because you can take a lot of damage through there. And now we're going to take the secret path. Right? This guy decided to attack early. So this climb can be really hard depending on what those bone pillars decide to do. But it's not too bad. This guy needs to get out of my way. Yikes. Okay. That didn't turn out. That didn't turn out too bad. And then roll, don't get poked. And we're off. So the next boss is Minotaur. And how he works is you take an initial hit. Or he takes an initial hit. He goes back and he does something. He has a few attacks he can actually do. We got good RNG there. So the best pattern is when you hit him, he jumps back and he starts spraying that spray to turn you to stone. And now normal stage 4. The stage used to be kind of scary, but I started taking a different route that's actually faster and a lot less dangerous. I used to have to conserve my health to like roll under those bone snakes. A couple bone snakes in this stage. Okay. I got hit by both of them. So I can't take too much more damage. Those things do a lot. Now we just roll under that bone pillar. It's kind of free. And it's a little bit faster. It's about 10-15 seconds faster. Just because you go through this stage with least resistance. Least amount of resistance. And now for kind of a hard jump. Okay, I just barely made that. So you slide under there. Uh-oh. Slightly out of cycle. I'm just gonna wait. Then we're gonna bring the house down. And I hope these axe armors don't toss high. Be a pal. There we go. You too. Now we're gonna fight Camilla. Camilla has two parts. So she has the giant floating part, big skull, and then there's this little ninja woman that's right here on the ground. So she takes 3 hits. Usually you just want to trap her against the wall, the right wall. No, she kind of got away from me. And you can't go to this stage 5 until you complete stage 5 dash and beat death. So that's why we do that path first. And this stage has been completely redesigned from the original. It's a new song, new everything. It's still just as hard. So we're gonna wait for our ride. Okay, good, that guy jumped. I'm actually gonna opt to take the health here. Okay, so looks like I'm just taking the bottom path. The bottom path has slightly more resistance. But you get to knock out those blue axe armors, who are sometimes jerks and toss high. Like this guy probably will do. Okay, he was behaved. He was well behaved. Then this part kind of looks scary, but it's not super scary. Especially not when you have double jump. Oh god. Thanks. Thanks for that. Okay, so this just got kind of sketchy. Gonna have to do a lot of dodging. But we want this. Uh-oh. That's not super good. But it worked out. So yeah, we're just not even gonna worry about that guy. Oh jeez. Alright. So this is the reason why my estimate's so high. Because you can get to like pretty sticky situations in this stage. Specifically the screen. The screen is really, really unforgiving. So that's why I took that health, but I guess it didn't really help me anyway. It's unfortunate that that axe armor sniped me. Usually it's just like that. Okay, so I need hearts for at least another item crush. And this is another exclusive boss. So, the Hydra, you kill the first head, and then you go up here and it reveals several more. And you want to line up right on this edge because of this guy. He'll spit all that fire at you. And you want to line up right on the edge of his hitbox. Sing him to sleep. And you don't want to go too far out into that area because there are another couple of heads that are like way up there that kind of hone in on you. And they come down and take swipes at you. So with that, you avoid like pretty much all of them. The only one you have to worry about is the purple head all the way to the left, shooting those electric orbs at you. And if you have 2 item crushes, you don't even have to worry about that because you kill them before you can even do anything. So last save and quit. We're just going to advance it from stage 6 to stage 7. Because we need to go through here again. Kill another boss. Hopefully Swordback doesn't make an appearance. So far so good. Okay. So we're gonna do the stage slightly different this time. Because this time we're actually gonna save a net. So we're gonna knock down this pillar. We're gonna go in here after I clear these guys out. So you gotta hit this gear 6 times. Opens up and you get to fight a regular bird. But that regular bird's holding a key, so we need that key to save a net. Ah! Harpy's gonna be a problem. Or not. Okay. Let's bop her right on the head. This one's not gonna be a problem. So you see a door over there, and that's a fake door, right? So you can actually use your key on it, because that's where a net was in the original Rondo of Blood. But in this version, they actually just put an enemy in there, so you can waste your key, go in there, and then get attacked by an enemy. But instead, we go up, destroy the crystal pillar, and then it drops the floor out, and we go down here, save the real Annette. So a little something they put in there for players returning from the original, just kind of throw you off. The rest of the stage is the same up until the boss. Same stair boss. Same damage boost. Although I guess that guy's gonna attack that way this time. Same delay on the double jump, catching the pendulum. And we're in there. Gonna get a few more birds for this fight. So, again, because the screens are elongated, you can't fight the Ghost of Shaft the same way you did in the original, where you can just kind of cheese him out. So, he's actually kind of a threat in this game. So he's constantly going to call Wyvern and Behemoth. And the only way you can get any real damage on him is when he's standing still and kind of calling his bats or summoning something. And we don't use dragons. Dragons usually do the most damage, but to him, you get diminishing returns. So you spend 5 hearts, and it doesn't really do that much to him. So fighting with the birds is quite a bit better. Now we're coming up on the end. Now we're actually going to go fight Dracula. Let's go and grab that. They try to troll you with the turtle before you go in there. Phase 1, same old Drac. Teleports around, throws fireballs. And it is possible to kill Dracula in 2 cycles. It's Phase 1, which actually did the other day, and it was pretty amazing. But otherwise, he's just as you remember. Except, he doesn't get any hits done here. Alright, so because we rescued everyone, Dracula now has a 3rd phase, which is just Dracula with wings. Hopefully it goes up to the right. Alright, that's good. So we can skip a few phases on this third one. Because now you can get double hits on him. Yeah, he's just gonna spray that out. He's gonna come back. And I almost got him. Almost got him before he took off. That's it. So time's coming up here in a second. Once I grab the orb. And that's all bosses, guys. So
completely impossible.
Once you do everything,
Beaten by a little girl?
You get the good ending.
Ha! Didn't you know? Good always wins.
Child, it's power that always wins. Good and evil are only words, illusions created by the powerful.
I don't know what you mean, but I know you hurt a lot of people. No matter what you say, that's wrong.
So, even as the world decays, innocence endures in eyes like yours. Fascinating.
Yeah, so the bad ending, Shaft kind of just pops out and protects Dracula. But this one, he just dies and then just continue like a normal Castlevania ending. Castle crumbles and everything. Yeah, he had a lot of wings. Yeah, they tried to make it a little bit more serious. The credits music is pretty good, but we probably don't have enough time to sit through it because they're pretty long. Yeah, nobody likes that castle. That's why the Belmonts go back and destroy it every now and then. What's the insurance rate on the castle? So yeah, that's about it for this game, I guess. So, it's good luck to the rest of the runners in the marathon, and yeah, thanks for letting me run these games. It's pretty fun to show these things off, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.